When you hear the word bikini, you probably think of the sea, swimsuits, and summer, right?
But Bikini Atoll is a different story. That place was the most beautiful paradise on Earth, but one day it suddenly became the place where humanity descended into hell.
This time, we will take a closer look at the past of Bikini Atoll. The tropical paradise where nuclear tests were conducted, and the shocking truth that continues to this day.
I'm sure everyone is wondering, did something like this really happen? Be sure to watch until the end.
Bikini Atoll is part of the Marshall Islands in the Pacific Ocean. The picturesque islands are surrounded by coral reefs.
However, before the war, it was a small island with only 167 residents living quietly.
They gather coconuts, fish, live peacefully as families, without any conflict. It's truly a lost paradise.
The end of World War II shattered that tranquility.
1946 Nyen. When the war ended, America became the first country in the world to possess nuclear weapons.
So, they wanted to test this new weapon in the ocean to see how it could be used.
Bikini Atoll was chosen. The reason is that it's less crowded, far away, and safe.
That's too selfish, right? So what did they say to the islanders? They asked them to move away for the nuclear tests, saying it was an act of God.
The islanders were told by Americans in military uniforms to leave their homeland without knowing anything.
And then Operation Crossroads began. The first atomic bomb test at sea.
The event was broadcast live on the radio, spectator seats were provided, and decommissioned battleships were displayed right in front of the event.
Apparently they even put pigs and goats on the warship and conducted animal experiments, so it's definitely a spectacle.
The resulting explosion destroys the fleet and spreads radiation widely across the ocean. But this wasn't the end. In 1954, a nuclear test called Castle Bravo was conducted.
This is said to have an explosive power 2.5 times greater than expected, or 1,000 times greater than that of Hiroshima.
Pure white clouds turn into mushroom-shaped clouds. The beautiful sea was dyed bright red, and seabirds fell into the water.
Moreover, due to a mistake in the wind direction, Rongelap Island and even Japan's Daigo Fukuryu Maru was exposed to radiation.
The Japanese fishing boat Daigo Fukuryu Maru, which was covered in deadly ash, shocked the world and accelerated the anti-nuclear movement in Japan.
The islanders have been forced to wear bikinis several times.
In the 1970s, radioactive strontium-90 was detected in his body, and he was forced to leave the island again.
I was told it was safe to go home, but it turns out it wasn't safe at all.
Bikini is still a hometown I can't return to. The residents are still wandering around, living off compensation money.
Bikini Atoll is now a tourist destination.
A sunken warship has become a diving spot where enthusiasts from all over the world gather.
But, even though the ocean is clean, radioactive materials still remain in the soil.
It's a place that looks like heaven on the outside but is hell on the inside.
In the end, one bomb destroyed people's lives, culture, and nature.
What was lost in exchange for human progress? We still need to think about what that means.
What did you think? The story of Bikini Atoll.
If you like the video, please rate it highly and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the next video.